let's explore a story that teaches us about resilience, courage, and the power of self-worth. It's a tale that will not only touch your heart, but also help you improve your English. Once, in a quiet corner of California, lived an old woman on a small farm. She had spent her entire life working alongside her husband, tending to vast cornfields and caring for many animals. But after he passed away, life grew difficult. Her knees ached and her steps became slow. Her daughter and son-in-law, who lived with her, were supposed to be her comfort. Instead, her daughter had become impatient and often angry. The son-in-law was lazy, preferring to sleep through the day rather than help. Despite her age and her weariness, the old woman did her best to keep the farm going. One night, as darkness settled over the house, she overheard them whispering. "If we continue like this, we will starve," the husband said. The daughter's reply was cold and sharp. "Mother must leave. We need this house for ourselves." The next morning, the old woman was woken by loud noises. She stepped outside to a heartbreaking sight. Her clothes, her blankets, her shoes, all her belongings were thrown onto the dirt. Her daughter stood there, her face a mask of indifference. "Mother, you must leave," she said, her eyes fixed on the ground. The old woman's hands trembled. "This is my own house," she whispered, her voice barely audible. But the door slammed shut, leaving her on the outside. She sat on the cold step and cried until the sun went down. What her daughter and son-in-law didn't know was a secret she and her husband had kept for years. They had diligently saved money, hiding it in a stone box near the old corral. That night, under the cover of darkness, she went to the hiding spot, moved the heavy stones, and found her life savings. With this money, she had a chance. She could start again. She walked to the next village. There, a kind farm family recognized her. They offered her warm food, hot tea, and a small room for the night. The following morning, she asked if there was any land for sale. "Yes, there is," they told her. She used her savings to buy a good piece of land. With the help of her new neighbors, she built a strong wooden house. She planted corn, raised chickens, and slowly, her life found a new rhythm of peace and purpose. A young boy from a nearby farm often came to help her with chores. He was respectful and kind, a stark contrast to her own family. Meanwhile, back at the old farm, her daughter and son-in-law's lives spiraled downwards. They refused to work, and the house fell into disrepair. Weeds choked the yard, and their days were filled with bitter arguments. They remained convinced that the old woman was destitute and alone. One day, desperate for work, the son-in-law walked for miles. He stumbled upon a beautiful, well-kept farm and knocked on the door. To his shock, the old woman opened it. "You," he stammered. "Yes," she replied calmly. He begged for a job, admitting he had no money and no food. She agreed to hire him, but on one condition. "You must not tell my daughter that this farm is mine." He nodded quickly. "I promise." He began to work hard every day. The old woman never treated him with cruelty. Her only question, day after day, was, "How is my daughter?" And his answer was always the same lie. "She is fine." But one morning, his wife followed him. She was stunned to see such a prosperous farm. She stormed into the yard and confronted her mother. "You have all this while I suffer," she screamed. The old woman waited patiently. "When you finish shouting, you can speak to me," she said quietly. The daughter demanded money, the house, anything she could get. The old woman gave her a few coins and gently closed the door. The couple wasted the money in no time. They sold the old, crumbling house, believing they would inherit the new farm when the old woman passed away. But she had other plans. She wrote a will, her hand steady and sure. "My farm will go to the young boy who helped me when I had no one. My daughter shall receive nothing." When she eventually passed away, the entire village mourned her and buried her with respect. Her daughter and son-in-law arrived, ready to claim their inheritance. But the neighbors met them with the truth. Everything now belonged to the kind young boy. Shocked and deeply ashamed, the couple left the village, never to be seen again. So friends, remember this powerful lesson. Even when people try to push you down, you have the strength to rise again. Your value is not determined by those who mistreat you. With courage and self-respect, you can rebuild your life from the ground up. Kindness fosters growth, while greed ultimately destroys. Choose strength, choose dignity, and always choose your own path forward. Thank you for listening. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that can inspire and help you learn.